it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to me to go over everything. They say the time's supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much healing. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. When I'm on, you never seem to be home. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. When I'm on, you never seem to be home. Hello from the other side. Every stop they say that I'm bad. Just tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. But then I'm not ready to be free. Just tell you I'm walking. Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you will. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So how from the other side? I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. How from the other
another one. to DJ 𝐂𝐶𝐕𝐢𝐴M. DJ 𝐂𝐶𝐕𝐢𝐴M.
Every time you slide with me, the way you lay your eyes on me, calm the ocean deep inside me. Yeah, you got something to believe in, I got something to believe in. Your touch is like my therapy, your body is a drug that I can't ever leave. And when you're next to me, then I got something to believe in, something to believe in. Something to believe in, something to believe in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You missed it. That was like the best intro. There was so much alpha. I can't repeat it. Says we have a lot of viewers here today. I don't know. A little sus. Maybe we got some robotic viewers. But welcome to the robotic viewers and the human viewers. It's good to have you guys starting off the weekend here with us with the charts. Bitcoin hitting its high on Monday, really not doing anything since then. We've traded from 105 to 101, moving sideways. Does look a little bit like what we have seen on the way up here since the low in April, I'm expecting another move. I'm expecting another move to the upside, but man, doesn't feel like it's going to be today, does it? Feels like it's going to be never. This market has really conditioned us to just never expect the moves to come. It's like maybe someday, right? You're proud of me for staying off the vape? Thank you, Zachary. Appreciate you, brothers. Appreciate everybody here today. If you could, say hello in the chat. You got to see how many real humans are here. Clearly there's bots, but are there humans? What's up, Mr. Meaner, Ace of Hearts? Hazard Shot, you're a robot, but you identify as a human. We will allow that. We'll allow that today. Let you know how high we'll go in the next 24 hours or how low. Next 24 hours, man, 105 and between 105 and 101. There you go. What's up, Crypto Esquire? Lasers go pew pew. Great name, man. Mobo Programmer Sin, hello in the chat. What's up, brothers? If you haven't, please hit the like button. It's very important. It's not just placebo, though it is largely placebo. It's not just placebo. When you hit the like button, you chat, you vote in the poll, you subscribe, you share. That is engagement. YouTube, when it sees engagement, shares the stream out to new viewers. So please do that. Hit these. These are really placebo buttons. I don't think they do anything, but jam them. Let's get it going. I'm gonna turn those tunes back on because I was actually kind of vibing. I was dancing it up. I have really bad EDC Las Vegas FOMO right now. Don't like Vegas, but that EDC Vegas would be different. I don't like Vegas. I don't like casinos and stuff. That's not my thing. Life is a casino, man. We live every day trading. We do enough gambling here, enough calculated risk. Man. Like number 13 was you. Thank you, Mason. Back to lurk and go for it, bro. What's up, 𝐒𝐺? You came for shorting Bitcoin. Please give some of your knowledge. I see things. Shorting the corn, man. Shorting the corn, it takes balls. It takes balls. All of our daily levels have been tapped. No great kind of clear-cut daily level to look to short here. We see wicks covering the candle body. Very efficient price action directly above support. Textbook TA would say that's good. In Bitcoin, I honestly prefer below support usually. Weekly candle red could still shape up over the weekend. We have had some weekend spice over the last few weeks. Last week closed so strong, it's like we've already forgotten. I know I've forgotten. It feels like we didn't do anything. Closed so strong, up 10%. Now here we are at 0.1 down from Monday or Sunday's open. Wouldn't take much though. What do we got? 104.1. Dude, we're literally at the weekly open. At the weekly open. 104 versus 104.1. It's not even 1%. It's like 0.01% or something. Kind of feel like this candle will close this way. Kind of feel that way. I'm so jaded now, man. This market has just been brutal. It's really conditioned me to like just the minute things are like going up and feeling good, it's like, oh, that's not gonna last. That'll stop soon. Oh, if you're getting good vibes, feeling good, don't hang on to them. They'll be gone. What's up, Positive Flow? How you doing, brother? Paper Gains. There you are. When Link. Bro, Link. People used to just, every single stream, people used to want to look at Link. People like just stopped caring. Number stopped going up. People stopped caring. What about Link versus the corn? Oh, dude. Look at this failed reversal. Look at this ugly failed reversal on the week. I mean, this could probably be seen out in like the month and stuff. This looked so good. This looked like such a good entry. Wrecked. When Link, I don't know, man. It does not look. It does not build the confidence. Link against Bitcoin has not really made any gains since 2020. August of 2020. Holy. Since the bear market before, 2 bear markets ago. That's not a great sign. Dude, so many of these projects that had promise just faded. I don't know. People will be back. People will again FOMO over Link, I'm sure. I don't think those days are over, but like, not until number go up. White number going up. I don't know. You look at the Bitcoin pair. Doesn't look like anytime soon, does it? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, rejected. Jeez. Barely, man, just barely above August's low. Higher high. I mean, USD is in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows. Heading back to that 30 mark, but like, damn, dude. Bitcoin pair, that's scary. That's a scary chart. Is this just what I had open? This is what I had open. If anybody's out there viewing for the first time, say what's up. Welcome. I don't know how many new viewers there are. Do I need thumbnail and shorts editor for an affordable price? No. CME gap will be created this weekend. We've been opening and closing gaps like a revolving door, man. We have opened a gap every week, and then on Monday we have closed the gap. Every weekend, we just keep closing. Very efficient price action. This basically leads me to two conclusions. Well, one conclusion with two outcomes. We are either going to break upwards with force, go to new all-time highs, or we're going to break downwards with force, and we're going to be stuck under this resistance like all summer. Very efficient moves up after the reversal, basically accumulating, hopefully not distributing. I want this to break to the upside. This looks like a rally that will break to a new all-time high to me. CME remains rather bullish, even though all my indicators are gone. CME remains bullish. I have to come back here and borrow these moving averages real quick. And I dream about you all the time. Where'd this go? How did I lose CME? There it is. How did I lose that chart so fast? There we are. Remains really bullish. Looking at these daily moving averages, man. The 20 or the 50 and the 200. It's incredibly bullish. This is just par for the course. You look at CME and this bull run has just repeated the same kind of moving average interaction. 200 day tested as support, 50 day drawn down to it, death cross rejects, price moves up, repeat. As long as CME is above the 200 day, we're in the same bull run. I think a warning signal for us that we should look out for, and this signal likely going to come, I'd say, over the next year, right? Maybe Q1 next year, possibly. Who knows? This cycle's been weird. But eventually, we're going to see CME lose the 200 day and very, very likely see something like this. Back test it, reject, fall lower. That's going to be a huge signal that the bull market's over. So far, so good, man. 200's at 83. We're at 104, about 20% up. All-time high still loading for this year. We're not in the bear market yet. Crazy how bearish people get so quickly. We're at 105K and people feel bearish. That is something. That is almost unbelievable. If you would have told Tom that 5 years ago, Tom, you would have been like, what are you talking about? You're a silly goose, man. Silly goose. Bitcoin, really, there's just no update. We're here. We've been here. We haven't moved. We're just getting comfortable here. You like the smell of diesel exhaust? I do too, actually. I like gasoline. The smell of gasoline's good. You will never stop caring, Sweens. I'll never stop caring about you. Other YouTubers mentioning Link a lot lately. Interesting. Well, Janix, I think let's look at this reality. There's a lot of hype over Link in previous cycles. Lots of viewers seeking out Link content. So lots of influencers making Link content to swoop up those viewers. Probably buying some Link, basically holding the bag. I would assume they're trying to pump their bag. Zachary Martin, Link is the most undervalued project. I think that there are some big honestly, I think this whole space is undervalued right now, but neither here nor there. They pump out of nowhere, and you don't know. Just DCA Bitcoin. Dylan, you're a smart man. Guessing Link is in with the raw hype narrative. What's the raw hype narrative? Real world asset. First time viewer, says Tillin. What's cool? You know, stuff's cool. different stuff. How you doing, Chillin? Use the Schwartz. That's such a good movie. What's up, Rigo? Hookfish. June, July, August, September, usually the worst months. Here's my take. This year has been so strange already, though. This year's been really strange. So basically, we have seen Q1 be bullish. We should put this on the quarter. Every year of this bull run has like been pretty similar, right? Q1, we get a big explosive candle. Q4, we get a big explosive candle, basically. Q1, Q4, Q1, Q4, Q1, Q4, right? Then we get into 2025. Q1, red candle. It's kind of weird. It looks similar here, but this is actually Q2. This is actually Q3. You can see in 23, basically explosion into Q1, 2, 3, nothing. So you're like June, July, August, summertime. We saw 6 months of sideways. Blasted up into Q4, Q1 of 24, Q2, Q3, summer, sideways. We even saw sideways in 2021 after the all-time high. We saw some pretty heavy sideways back here in 19. Kind of diverges there. A little bit of divergence there. I'd say back to 2018, sideways. Summer has historically been extremely sideways. You know, if you've been watching this channel for years, we've been streaming for years. I have, over the last like 2 years, been like, maybe this is the year that the summer is exciting, right? Just to mix it up, just to catch people off guard. I'm not even going to say it this year. Knock on wood. Hopefully that means it comes. But we have kind of inverted this cycle a little bit. You know, this Q1 being down and now Q2 up. A month and 15 days to go, so we're exactly halfway through this quarter. If Q2 closes up, new all-time high. Really, if it closes above 94.2, like maybe we're looking at something. You know, maybe we're looking at an exciting summer. I'm not going to hold my breath though. Man, we have seen this over and over and over again. And we just gotta kind of expect it at this point, which is maybe evidence of it changing. Screw you, Bitcoin. Counterintuitive little something or other. What's up, Ace of Hearts? Your Schwartz. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. What's up, Janix? You're like the first one here in the stream. Shout out to you. Fred, you were here early too. 𝐂𝐴𝐴 said short to at least 65. Didn't mention what time frame. It's also mentioned it might go up to 106 before reverse. I don't know, man. If you're a 𝐂𝐴𝐴 has called 20 of the last 1 bear markets, right? When people yell down all the time, but the charts are trending up, you just ignore them. You gotta just ignore them. Once charts start trending down, right, then maybe they've got their foothold. Kind of maybe the same way in a bear market. I'm always looking for up. Maybe just ignore me, right? Wait till the chart's trending up. Dig the music, me too. I'm having mad FOMO about EDC Las Vegas. TikTok keeps feeding me like videos and live feeds, and I'm like, man, I just wish I was there. Forgot what Memorial Day is for. It's for memorial, for memorum, in memorum. What's up, Quicker? 10 minutes back, same. Shane, how you doing, Shane? Upside Black Swan. When do we get an upside Black Swan? Like when did we have an upside Black Swan last? What's up, Armin? Salim R, how you doing, bro? Sell in May. And look away is becoming too engraved in our minds. Yeah, I know. If we had pumped Q1 and we were now in May after a green Q1, I would probably be in camp, sell in May and walk away. But since we sold off in Q1, I don't know, man. I think we're gonna see a little mix up. The Tim Talk Show. You wish you would include music playlists in your video scripts. You love the music I play? Here, bro. Usually, here's my secret. Usually, I'll just type in EDM mix 2025 and pull up, whatever looks good. This is DJ 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍 official. I think we played them before. Shout out to them. I'll even give them a subscribe while we're live right here. Boom, subscribed. This was published a day ago. Please don't strike us, DJ. DJ 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍. You're the best. Let me check out here. I'll even put the playlist in the chat. There you go. Patience is a virtue. We never had in previous years what we have now. National investments. Ace, dude, you know I'm the biggest bull on Bitcoin. You know I love all that stuff. But I'm also just the biggest skeptic on like all of this. I don't know. Nations are buying it. Like I believe that, you know, certainly businesses are with strategy, MicroStrategy, etc. But like, it just where is it on the chart? Where is it on the chart? Why is it here? Hold on one sec. Where is it on the chart? Why isn't it like resulting in price moving, right? So I welcome these things. They're all inevitable. They're all coming. But like, I don't know. I just don't get excited about them because it just doesn't seem to matter, right? At the end of the day, it's just like nothing changes. I'm gonna put this little long down here. It's such a bad long. Such a bad position. Such a bad position. Oh, well. If Bitcoin does sell off from here, I'll get a better entry. Dude, my neck is so tight. I don't know. It just keeps getting worse. I don't know how to help. I don't know how to get rid of that. November was last time, Peter. November tends to be the most bullish month for us. Technically, maybe the most volatile is the answer because November was the bottom in 22 also, right? November, yeah. November, typically the bottom and the top. The top, the bottom, the top, not the bottom. Previous cycle. November, like if we haven't seen any big pullback, any kind of, I don't know, signs that the bull run is over by November, probably a good time to take profit this year. Probably time to lock in some some gains. What's up, Craig? Stay in May. June, moon in June. Oh, that's good. I rearranged those words for you. Stay. You sell in May and walk away. How about stay in May, moon in June? That's a good tweet, bro. I'm gonna tweet that. That's a good tweet. Hold up. Stay in May, moon in June. I like that. Let's put like a little thinking emoji. There we go. I like that. I like that. Who am I missing? I'm missing messages. What's up, Gold Dragon? I see you again, brother. Good to see you. Ace of base. Dude, I love base. 133K top this cycle. No, it's wild Midwest picker. 133K was my target for the last cycle. I welcome it this cycle, but that was my target for the last cycle. I just got so wrecked in that sense on the high. FTX. I blame FTX. Clever custom performance. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. What's good? Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back. It's a sleepy Friday. Dude, this whole week has been sleepy. Look at this range. Look at Bitcoin's range here. On Monday, we saw the high and the low of the week. It was exactly 5% range. We saw the high and the low of the week on Monday, and we've just been sideways since. Lower highs, higher lows. To me, this is coiling up. This is building up, kind of like the Bollinger Band's contracting. This is showing us volatility is coming. Breakout's coming. What's up, Hazard Shot? Did I get that one? It's always OTC. Yeah, dude, I struggle with this. Yeah, I've been in crypto a long time. Very forward, unshielded with my thoughts and beliefs in the space. OTC. Here's the problem. There's nothing anyone can do to stop OTC, right? We can't say, well, we should just make it so you can't do OTC. You can't, like Bitcoin is peer-to-peer. You can't stop people, right, from transacting off exchange, and we wouldn't want that. But when does OTC like actually show up on the chart? Like how much OTC buying does it take for the chart to just like be, very resilient to downside or prolonged downside? Maybe maybe, this is my hopium, but also my best thought, is that this OTC buying going on by Sailor and others, that it won't show up on the way up, right? It's hard to think, hard to like process. Maybe it doesn't show up on the way up, but maybe it shows up on the way down. Meaning, maybe our bear markets, while this is happening, look different. Maybe they're shorter. Maybe, we did see a smaller retracement from all-time high to all-time bear market low in the last bear market in 21 to 22. Maybe that is the impact of OTC. And if it's not, what is, right? I don't know. It's weird. Logically, it should be pushing the chart up, even though it is not exchange. Logically, it's still purchasing, it's still removing selling pressure, because if you buy OTC, those were coins that were going to be sold. They were going to be sold at some point. It's just, something's weird, man. I've been saying that for a little bit. Something feels weird about it. You think, and the ETFs, exactly. You think ETFs are a sneaky way of buys not showing? Certainly. They're also OTC. Everything's OTC. The only people on the exchange, also OTC, off and on the exchange, both OTC, are us. This is retail, really. Under the table? Yeah. What's up, line in my pocket? Good to see you. Welcome back, brother. You don't like this lower high in Ethereum? Yeah. We'll swap over to Ethereum. If I had pulled up. Might have closed it. Soul short playing out. Doing well. But that's not Ethereum. Oil, I don't even know why you're open. ENA long? Question mark. That's what I was saying earlier in the week, is look for these coins that aren't at their 200 day and look for long positions to their 200 day. That was the entire reasoning for this ENA long, which I didn't even mean to pull up. It just kind of popped up and I saw it. Reminded me. ADD triggered. You know how we do, boys. You know how we do. Yeah, that lower high is not great looking on Ethereum right here. That long entry, though, holding up pretty well. Pretty well. That is a lower high. What time frame is it on? Hour? 4 hour? You have any confluence? Lower high in RSI? Lower high in price? No divergence on 4 hour. That's good. It's a good start. 12 hour, though, this is pretty bullish, man. Markets never be here. Higher high in money flow, VWAP coming up. Big momentum waves. I like that. That's pretty bullish. Doesn't really mean much for the short term. You can see this sell off, but that looks pretty good. Crack open your moving averages on the 12 hour. That's a nice little golden cross coming. 12 hour golden cross. Last time that happened, look at this little pumperoon. November of last year was the last 12 hour golden cross. Boom. Right to 4K. Kind of front run this one, though. These 12 hour golden crosses actually seem to have a better hit rate. If we do see Ethereum sell off here, which is obviously possible, we've been in a weird environment. Here we are. This long was placed a while ago. 2150. Right about where that cross is coming in. Obviously, I want to see it do this. Let's hit 3K first, then go back to 21. But if we lose this area, I think this stop loss can be moved up. Can be much tighter. If we lose this, 2150 completely untested as support, previous resistance. Golden cross on the 12 hour coming in hot there. It's a good place to look. 2150. I might even look to long there. This is really what's in the way. I was saying alts that aren't at their 200 day, you can basically aim for their 200 day in a long position. Ethereum right here. That's why we took the short on Solana at its 200 day. This is likely what's pushing it down. If alts push past, like as a bigger picture, all of them push past this 200 area, we're right back into like melt faces. Like, I think the gas gets turned on. Play some Trump stuff. I missed it. Unsons. What's up, Crypto Military Vet? Crypto Steve-O, how you doing? Hot day in Mid-Atlantic area? Yeah, it's like 80 here. ET extra testicle. Okay. All the gun shows? Yeah, dude, it's like 80 something here. I went to the gym. I walked to the gym. It's like 5 minutes away. I walk inside. I get on the treadmill. It's just raining as hard as it's rained, I don't know, in months. It was like sunny when I walked there, and within 60 seconds of getting in the gym, it was like boom, thunder, lightning, and then by the time I left, like 45 minutes later, sunny again. Some bipolar ass weather. What's up, One Up? Hash ribbons, looking bullish. Daily, weekly on the corn. Oh, I know the hash ribbons gave a buy signal not long ago on the day. Huh? It undid it. Undid it. Capitulation. Right before April's low, we got the buy. That's interesting. This is interesting. Cool. Good eye here, One Up. This is some good stuff. So I keep comparing April to August of last year. Here's something interesting. We look at hash ribbons. And we got some confluence here. Let's just get rid of all this for a minute. Interesting. Hash ribbons signaled buy similar to right now. Or similar to April. We got a buy signal right before the low of the structure. Knock on wood that April's the low of the structure, okay? Then price moved sideways, climbed back up. We got another buy signal on hash ribbons before it moved to all-time high. Now let's go to recent price action. Kind of interesting here. We got a buy signal very similarly at that high, remember, at that high right before the low of the structure. Boom, buy signal, low of the structure, buy signal, low of the structure. I think you get what I'm going at. So then we generated another buy signal right before we went to all-time highs. Looking over here, what do we got? Capitulation, buy signal loading. That is looking to play out really similarly, isn't it? Also similarly, boom, right here, we got a little of the red on the indicator. Right before the buy, we got that red on the indicator literally right here, right now. That could be a nice clickbait video. I could make a 10-15 minute clickbait video just about this. It'd be good. That's a good catch though. Did you hear that? Did you see that on some other YouTube? Or is that your own observation? That's a good catch, man. I like kind of the parallels there. The high before the low of the structure in both scenarios gave us the signal. Then we got a secondary signal. That's what we're waiting for now. That's what's cooking, and we do see that cooking. That's sweet. What's up, Monkey? How you doing, brother? What's up, Mems? Joseph 𝐂𝐴. What's up, Tom and chat? Recently got laid off from your job. Joseph, my heart goes out to you, brother. Real talk. Every person I know in real life, all of my non-internet friends, and lots of my internet friends, but every single one of like the dudes in my friend group have all been laid off in the last 6 months. Heart goes out to you, bro. Lost your ability to read charts. You ended up asking King Jesus to help you regain your ability, and guess what? He answered your prayer. Well, Joseph, I'm so happy for you, brother. Blessings for you and your family. I would caution you though, if you're in between jobs, if you don't have an income, be very, very careful with trading and investing. Investing at its core, in reality, is very much a luxury. And obviously everyone's big boy, they make their own choices. But I really, really, really do not think that you should be investing or even really trading if you don't have an income source. You need that stability. You need that stable income source. What happens is sometimes people will lose their jobs. They've been trading and they're like, now I can just full-time get into trading. And it sounds great, right? And even sometimes it works for a while. But the problem is trading is not consistent like that. There are big win streaks, big lose streaks. And what happens is without a stable income supplementing that, you're going to get more invested. The money is more meaningful to you. You become more emotional. You start making worse decisions, and you're depending on it. So trading is very different. It's weird. That's why I think there is some value to botting trades, simply because you can take emotion out of it. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but I think there's in the puzzle that is trading, investing, income kind of realm, there's a piece of it that's botting. not 100%, not even 50%, but maybe 10, 25% could be this automated kind of system, like grid bond, whatever it is, something simple. Almost as a hedge against yourself. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. When the money is important to you in that way, it's very different. Just be careful. I know you didn't even say you were doing that, but for other people out there, I'm assuming other people have gotten laid off recently. Other people in that same position, thinking similarly. I caution you against it, man. ETFs loading your bags. If buy OTC, you shouldn't be able to dump on spot market GT. I know that that message was like 5 minutes ago. That's a problem though. OTC, you just can't dictate. You can't dictate things like that. I wish you could. I wish we could say, well, if you buy OTC, you gotta sell OTC. There mathematically has to be some kind of equilibrium there, right? There has to be. There has to be a mechanism that is keeping that in balance. I would assume that if you buy OTC because there's no slippage, you buy it. You know, I'll give you $1 per coin for 1 million coins, right? And then you go and sell them on the open market. You're going to have slippage. You're not going to have necessarily the liquidity to do that. So you might lose money, something like that. There has to be some mechanism there because you can't just keep buying OTC and selling on exchange and drive prices down forever. It mathematically doesn't work out. Pickles feel nothing, even acid doesn't feel. What's up, Nate Dogg? I see you, bro. I'm scrolling up still. Did I miss any really good messages? Following Global M2, Bitcoin should be around 180K in July. Careful with that. Careful with that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. M2 is the talk of the town lately. I'm a little skeptical. Logically, everything should move up with M2 moving up. But I don't know. I don't know if it's that easy. You knew when everyone was calling 100K that it was not going to happen. You sold at 56K in May of 2021. Well, you're a G, 𝐂𝐴. My problem is that in 2021, there's just no chart history. We got boned. Like, a technical analysis boned us in that cycle. There's no chart history to suggest that's what we should look for, or that's what would happen. Very, very few people sold. Very few people. All of Bitcoin's history to that point was like, top's not in. Sometimes markets do be that way. I blame FTX. I think FTX and a lot of the shady shenanigans going on is why it was so weird. What's up, Alexander G? Happy Friday. 180K in September? I hope so, man. I don't think the top's in. Say your name, Digital Asset Degen. I refuse. Because the stream's fire. What's up, bro? Crypto Pollo, the easy way to master risk management. What is? You know what the easiest way to master risk management is? Never risk more than 1%. We should make an exchange. We should make an exchange as a community. We should make an exchange where the exchange enforces good risk management. And that sounds weird. It sounds like something you wouldn't want to do, right? But enforces it, meaning it won't let you make a trade where you risk more than 1% or something like that. Like, that's what I mean, where you can't even do it if you wanted. It's just like, nope, you can't do that. No exchange would ever do that because it's not a profitable idea. But it would be interesting. We could be different. What's up, Nostalgic Morsels? How you doing, bro? What's good? Craig Bowen, my man. They all suck ass, Gustavo. What does? You're late? You're not late. You're not late. A wizard arrives exactly when they want, when they plan. You have an indicator that does the math for you? Yeah. Dude, it is that easy, though. Like, no matter what you do in trading, no matter how you trade, no matter what indicators or systems or concepts or whatever you do, those things matter, but they only matter kind of in a secondary sense, maybe a tertiary sense. I just want to say tertiary. Secondary sense. The core concepts of all successful traders are the exact same. And at the center of that core is not risking more than 1% per trade, period. And you can say, but I know a guy who, and yet I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you know a guy with a one-off example of a dude making a trade and winning, right? It doesn't matter. If you are going to continue trading, which absolutely everyone does, no one no, whoever, I mean, like, maybe we would say logically we would, but who's ever won the lottery and then never bought another lottery ticket? I've really never bought a lottery ticket, so maybe I would. But like, it's that concept is if someone made a big win in trading, they're not done trading. And so if they were risking more than 1%, when do you stop? And the answer is good trading never would be the answer. So if you can reverse engineer a system to just never have to stop trading, you have created the foundation of a trading system. And that foundation has to be never risking more than 1%. And yes, 1% is a little arbitrary. It isn't a magic number. It could be less than 1%. Could it be 1.1%? Sure, right? It's not that 1% is magical. It's that when you are risking such a small percent, your gains, there's so many folds of why this works. Your gains and your losses are so small that you're not emotionally invested in the outcome. And you can't be emotionally invested in the outcome to trade successfully. You have to trade, just like I said, forever, perpetually. And so you need to be able to weather not just long winning streaks. Because if you make think of this, if you make 1 million trades, right? Let's just do it like a bot is doing 1 million trades. There's 1 million trades in a year. In that 1 million sample size, there is almost guaranteed to be a string at a 50-50 chance of winning or losing, right? Just for simplicity. At a 50-50 chance of winning or losing, 1 million in a row, there is then mathematically guaranteed to be, what, a 50 loss streak in there, a 50 win streak. If your system does not abide by this risk management, minimizing the amount you can lose per trade, that 50 loss streak will just take you out. Period. You might win 50 in a row, but then if you lose 50 in a row and you're risking more than 2%, you're out. You're done. Zero. You've lost it all, and now you can't continue trading. That is all that actually matters. I don't want to oversimplify and say it that way, but I think that is what people need to hear, is that that's all that matters. That's it. Anything outside of that just doesn't. It influences things. It matters how you trade. You know, like what works for you, etc. But like at the core of all successful traders ever over time, unless they made one trade and stopped trading, which I don't think has ever happened, it's all the same. Boom. Boom. Suppressive fire, you learn more from losing than winning. Absolutely. Winning doesn't teach you anything. And that is the most dangerous, is when someone starts trading and wins, which I swear to God, exchanges, like, sometimes I have suspected that like exchanges let you win your first trade. I don't know. I have nothing to back it up other than a hunch. But when you win your first trade, man, you can hear it in people's voices, and you can hear it in their text when they type, and they have this like super inflated ego of like, I won my first trade, and so I'm going to always win my trades. That's not how it works. You should be a genius by now, monkey. Maybe you are. The more money you have to invest, the easier it is to minimize risk. Okay. Yes, but maybe not for the reasons that you might think. The reason that you would minimize risk the more money you have is simply because any given dollar doesn't mean as much to you. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, losing any amount of money is a huge risk, because if you lose even $1, if you're paycheck to paycheck, literally for this example, you can't pay rent, kicked out of your house, right? If you make double what you need every month, losing that money isn't as risky. Outside of that, there isn't much difference. Whether you have $1 million, $100 million, or $1,000, this 1% concept remains the same. Percents are largely in ignorance of flat numbers. It doesn't really matter unless there's some enforced minimum, like stocks. When you can't buy fractional shares, then that matters. That's why I like crypto, because there's really no such thing as that. Everything's fractionalized. But whether you have $1 million or 10 million or jillion or 1,000, if you're risking more than 1% and you do the coin flip 1 million times, you're going to end up with nothing. Doesn't matter how much you have. And it's what's really cool about percents is it's also the same amount of trades that would knock you out. Think about it. 50 loss streak is a bad strategy? Not really, not necessarily, Chillin. Like I said, in 1 million sample size, brother. how many? Let me pull up a calculator. 1 million divided by 50, right? Or 50 divided by 1 million. Is this the right math? 0.00005. Is that the right math? Yeah, that would represent just 0.0005 of your total amount of coin flips, right? Like it's not that this is happening over and over and over again necessarily. It's that once the sample size is big enough, mathematically it is just guaranteed. Does that make sense? I don't understand. Financial advice. I heard it was hard to learn risk management. Once you say rules to 1% account, the indicator. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Your first trade was a house. You bought it with 100K, sold it at 268. Yeah, that's a little different. It's a little different. You lived in it. Poor people buy lottery. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I don't want to say I've never bought a lottery ticket in my life, but like I've never bought a lottery ticket in my life. My mom loves them, but we grew up real poor. What's up, ArcBit? LOD gens. Yeah, I'm sharing the knowledge. Charts aren't really moving. If you're risking what you need to pay your bills, you've lost already. Harry Williams, that's actually pretty profound. I like that. Yeah. You're going to. See, this is the thing that I think that people get stuck on is that trading, again, unless you're going to trade once and quit and just never do it again or something, that's just not a real scenario. No one does that. Unless you're doing that, you are trading in perpetuity. In perpetuity? You're just trading kind of forever or until you can't anymore. And so you have to plan for those outliers. You have to plan for the outlier outcomes because over enough time, they're just guaranteed to happen. And so if you're trading with money that you need to pay your bills, it's only a matter of time till you lose that money and you're effed. Yep. Yes, with more money, you have the ability to reduce your margin factor to a lower liquidation price. Mahaba. Actually, no. I know that makes sense, but there's a divergence there in that statement from the percentage concept. Whether you have 10 million or 1,000, if you're thinking in percents, it makes no difference. The flat values are irrelevant. Again, like I said, unless there's a minimum of some kind enforced. Depends on what you're trying. If you buy assets tend to go up, there's really no risk. You can just hold in profit, but that isn't necessarily trading. That would be more investing. And there's always risk, right? Assets that go up, what are assets that always go up? Bitcoin? I would say Bitcoin, but I can't really name others. Who knows? David Brum, you won huge in your first leverage trade. I swear to God, exchanges, they do it. They let you do it. They let you win. It's like a casino. I guarantee if casinos were allowed to tailor slot machines to you, you walk in and it knows it's your first time, you're there today. They're just guaranteed to make everybody win something. Cause they're hooking you then. What's up, Randy? How you doing, man? TGIF. Professor Beans actually had a good vet trip. Thank you for reminding me. I told you guys I'd update. She had a good vet trip. She's an older lady. She's 13. She's a learned scholar, and she's had a surgery almost every year for the last few years. And once you get old, she's 13 years old. Once you get out there, surgeries get riskier and riskier. And every time you go to the vet now for a checkup, it's what are they going to find this time? But they didn't find anything. They said everything actually looked pretty good. That was the first time I think we've gone where they were things are actually not bad with your dog right now. I like that. That's the reason for the casino card. I feel like that probably exists. I don't know everything about casinos. That's how I would run it. But I also feel like that's probably illegal. I think they can mathematically do that. And certainly, guaranteed they mathematically do that. But can they target you like that in that way? It's interesting. 2021, you're freaking out every $5 your portfolio moved at now. Bro, lie into my pocket. My portfolio moves daily more than I invest. I feel like than I invested overall. That's not maybe true anymore. My portfolio, I will say year to year or month to month, or I don't know the exact time frame, swings high and low more than than the amount of money I ever thought I would have in my life. I grew up poor. Like 6 figures. I never thought I would have 6 figures. And now I see it swing up and down. And it's funny because that is no more impactful to me than when my portfolio was a tenth the size and it was swinging a tenth the size, right? Maybe it was even scarier then to me. Let's see. Despite what your math teacher told you have a calculator. Yeah, dude, Shane, we got scammed, bro. What are you going to do if you don't, what are you going to do when you don't have a calculator? That did not age well. What was that ribbon? Let me show you. This is actually the alpha of the day. Every stream, we find something good. Find something very good. Maybe I should tweet this. I forget who said it. Shout out to them again. But was it 1UP? 1UP. You might have said, you might have replied. I don't know. I didn't see it. Did you see this specifically from someone else's video? Not that it really matters. I'm just curious. Because if you did, then I'd probably like kind of phrase this differently if I tweet about it or make a video about it. It's hash ribbons. 𝐂𝐴 Sorry if I butchered your name. By the way, guys, real quick here, I will go over this one more time. But if you're out there, please say hello. If you haven't chatted today, send a live chat message. Even if it's just hello, love to shout you out, see who's here today. If you're here for the first time, definitely let me know. Let us know in the community. Not a lot of new people, so you're gems here. Please hit the like button if you haven't. It's free, costs you nothing, helps the stream. Jump in our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown, also free. If you're looking for a premium learning and education group, check out joincrowncrypto.com. It's our new group. We're going to have a exclusive stream in that group later today. You'll get a free week trial if you sign up, so you can actually check it out for a week and you can join that stream tonight. That is the whole show. Other than also links in the video description below. There are affiliate links to help support the channel, but there are exchanges, things like that, no KYC, products that I use personally, and they also will get you VIP roles in the Discord. There we go, shill over. We're going to look at the hash ribbons one more time because it's pretty boss. That looks like it wants to correct. Yeah, could be. I mean, we did just have this analysis over here. Technically long. I think you could have, like the Sol trade short from the 200, 2,700. But if we do see a breakdown, 2,150 right here. I really like this for a long. We have the 12-hour golden cross coming up there. I haven't even thrown the fib on. You better believe that's going to be like a fib level. Let's see. No, maybe not. I actually thought that would fit a little better. 2,100, 382. That would be a bullish bounce. I like this trade. I think if you took the long at 2,500, I think you can move the stop up on that. But that's up to you. It's like that. Look at these hash ribbons. Wait, let me catch up with chat. There we go. Personally trade XSP. What's that? Is that in like in a 401k Roth? I'm assuming that's like a 401k Roth. Digital asset DJ. Tom's mom buys lottery tickets for him because of his stream. I know. Swing trading, housing, Bitcoin. It's all about risk management. Yeah. Liquidation price doesn't matter if you risk 1%. You stop loss. Yeah. I mean, technically, in that concept of 1% risk, you could use no stop loss and just take the liquidation as long as it's isolated and not cross. You could just have the liquidation point be a 1% loss. You could do it that way. What's up, Juanito? How you doing, bro? Spy on leverage. Look how below, Fred. I know. What's up, AI? Sin, how you doing, bro? Rare Euru. Okay, done. You're back. What's up, bro? Good afternoon, Wealth Row. How are you, friend? First time here. Why is the PNL red? I don't know. I don't know why that color's red. That's a good question. I don't know, because if it was negative, if it was a loss, it would have a negative there. I don't know. That's BYDFI. They're a good exchange. I'm not really sure of that color scheme. Maybe I changed the color scheme somewhere. Oh, I definitely changed the color scheme somewhere. That's why. Good eye. What's up, Tom 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐿? How are you, my friend? King Andrew. Mr. Days Report is more like 6 figures, counting the dollar sign in the commas. You are new, Ali. Al-Ramahi. What's up, bro? Technically, you're losing. Slot machines are set. So, lying in my pocket, that would be similar to me for someone who takes really low risk to reward trades. Like, for instance, so you're saying slot machines are like this. Like, here you go. So you're betting that price will go to 104K before it goes to 70K, right? You're going to win this trade. I don't know. Well, let's see what the risk to reward is. 0.1. You're probably going to win this trade 10 times. Just statistically. For every one time you lose this trade. But the losing trade can wipe you out, right? Kind of like saying that's like a slot machine. I like high risk to rewards. I like to lose more and then my winners like make up for it. But I think when you're new to trading, maybe you want to just start with like a 1-to-1. Keep your mind more steady. Because if you just keep losing when you're new, you get tilted. Pretty easy. What's up, Crunk? Randy Pex, what's up, bro? Marco Espargo. J. Rodriguez. Going up, you meant more. Growing up, I meant more than I already did. What's up, Mahood Rafiq? Yeah, I'm about to go over the alpha. No, I seen it charting. Hell yeah, 1 up. Hell yeah. Hells to the yeah. You need some help? Yep, call 911. Call your authorities. Anyway, this is the alpha that we found today with the help of 1 up. Shout out to him. So we have been pointing out similarities between, well, last year and this year. But specifically, let's make this specifically kind of this August time frame. The low. Hold up. Okay. The low, this. Into the move up. We've been finding lots of similarities. Just off the top of my head, yeah, there's plenty. But off the top of my head, boom, you had your death cross. You had your death cross, mark the bottom. Death cross, mark the bottom. There's plenty, but there's just like one I'm throwing out there, right? Here's another cool one. Hash ribbons has not been rephrase. Hash ribbons has been a pretty good indicator. I'm always kind of excited when I see the buy signal and market's not looking so great because it has been historically pretty good. Anyway, looking at the similarities here to current price action, right? April to August. What we see is right before the swing low, the range low. This was 50K in August. We got a buy signal on the hash ribbons right here. We jumped down to the low, death cross. We turned it back up. We went to all-time high. On the move to all-time high, or right before the move to all-time high, we saw something happen on hash ribbons. Again, the indicator. This is just a free indicator on TradingView. Just type in hash ribbons. What we saw is the hash ribbons cross. We got the red, and then we got a second buy signal that moved price to all-time high. Okay, remember this. That's what happened here. Second buy signal, all-time high. Now we go to what's happening right now. We got a buy signal right before the range low. Literally right before, the exact same way we did in August. Right before the range low, right before the death cross, right before a lot of different kind of similar looking things. Now we're moving up, and what do we see? We see the signal starting to cook again. What we could look for here is another buy signal on hash ribbons on the day, and that might front run the move to a new all-time high. That's some pretty good stuff. This is really like in confluence with all of the other signals and things that we have, similarities that we found between these two ranges. I think that's pretty good. What do you think? I think it's pretty good. With the straps. Wow. Slowest price action ever. Everything in the chart looks the same to you? All right. In the cart. What's up, 𝐂𝐴𝐺? Mr. Meaner Low. Thank you, Hosty George Door. Garage Door, George Door. No hi. No hi. Yes hi. What does he need help with? What's up, Queen? How you doing? What do you think about 𝐂𝐡𝐚? I don't think it's the time. I don't think it's the time for shitters right now. What's up, Turtle Trader? What about 1% risk with many trades at the same time? Assuming the first is in the loss, second, and so on. Gets complicated. It gets complicated. Because if you, let's say you have a trade open, right, and it's losing, and you just open the same trade again, like, you know, you're just doubling down on a losing trade. Opening the same one over and over and over again, like, effectively, you're not following that rule, right? Literally, like, loophole on paper, maybe you're following it, but like, you're really just adding to that same position. So I think there is a scenario where it's okay, but I think kind of the general concept of it is against the spirit of the risk management. What's up, Lucky? Good to see you. This week got you hard, taking a break this weekend. Bro, I've barely been trading. I was short. I was short like from 93 on this move down. Didn't take much profits and then like reversed. And I've been long, but like, dude, not big trades. I haven't been open and stuff. This is not the market for me, dude. I don't like chop. This is what happens every time the market gets choppy. I just get my stops hit. I open again in a different direction, maybe stops hit over and over again. I'm a trend trader, dude. I wait for it to like actually go in a direction. What's up, Foxy Thorny? I was worried about you, man. You weren't here. I was worried. Thanks for checking in. What's up, Hype Soul? Wanted 2,500 good price to go long on ETH. I think it was. This trade could still fly. Could still fly. We looked to go long on it, what, Thursday, Friday last week. It's in profit, but I think a patient trader down here is going to have a much nicer position. What's the song? That's a good question. Actually, just ended. This was Music Mix 2025, Party Dance Club 2025, Best Remixes, Popular Songs, Mega Mix, DJ 𝐂𝐲 brought to you by 𝐂𝐲. It literally just ended. This was a good mix. I'll put the link in here. I subscribe to them. Shout out to them.
DJ 𝐂𝐲.
There we go. What's up, Vlad 2:30. We've been live for a little bit. Shit hit the flow. This was a fake pump. This is a fake pump on Bitcoin. Things are bad. Let's meet at EDC Las Vegas. Hype Soul. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, bro. I have such FOMO about not going. What's up, Crypto Esquire? Naveen. Pushpa songs? I don't know what that is. If you're in a long trade and you're a short guy, will you have enough MACD to finish the job? Well, it's not the size of the ship, it's the motion in the ocean. You think Orange Man adds volatility to choppy waters? Yeah, it's true. Bitty Gone, what's up, Dusty Hunt? It's sideways, man, yeah. Steak and Shake releasing Bitcoin burgers more. Local top? Nah, dude, it's not. It's just a nothing burger story. Haha. Haha. Look up front, 242. What's up, Darius? Just needs to go up to 97. It's already above 97. It could go down to 97. Gotta show me some Miami house music. All right, Crypto. All right, Poya. Jump in the Discord. Get in the Discord. Send me whatever. I like house. I can jam to house, but I'm a little bit more rhythmy, a little more dubby. I like it a little dirtier, a little grungier. But hey, I like all kinds of music. We'll go short next month if it moves backwards. Yeah. I have a very good entry. No, I don't. My entry sucks. 102 flat. Dude, my entry's terrible. If you don't get an all-time high this month, it's gonna be a long summer. I agree, Ross. I would say if it doesn't come in May or June, yeah, it's gonna be a long ass summer. Price predictions for Doge by the end of this year, I think it goes back to all-time high. Drum and bass, hell yeah, hell yeah. Dude, yeah, you guys know. You guys know. You guys know. I want to go to Lost Lands this year in September. If the charts won't pump, at least we pump the EC. Dude, it's going on hype. It's going on right now. Bro, are you in Vegas right now? Because it's going on right now. Like, it already started, I think. Or maybe today's like the first official day. Like, the move-in day was yesterday. God. What's the trend sideways? What's up, Quicker? You're back. Good to see you. Been to Electric Forest? I have not, but I would love to. Can ADA reach $5? Yeah, it can. It can. There you go. Do I think it will now? Nah. We'll see. Speak profits into existence, please do. Yo, what's up, M Stone? You're back. What's up, Williest? Hardcore up tempo, yeah. Yeah. I can jam to a lot. The RV line was 10 hours. I heard it was like more than that. I heard it was like 12 to 18 hours. I would love to go in an RV though. Yeah. Keyword steak. Do you think Pepe will overthrow Dodge? No. Never. I don't think ever. Can Cast reach $5? Can it? Sure. What time frame? I don't know. This cycle? I don't know. Probably not. Ibiza. Ooh, I'd go to Ibiza. Electric Forest Top 5 Festival. Yeah, dude, I would definitely. I have long kind of watched, lurked on the Electric Forest scene. And I would love to go to that as well. It's up there on the list of like top ones. XCN gonna slow rug from here? I haven't looked at XCN since April. Pepe to 1 cent? Never, dude. Not in your lifetime. Nope. Sorry. That's a good question. That's a good question. Chart has a lot of potential, but I think this is going to come down to, I don't know, like the tokenomics of it. It's probably very centralized. Do the big wallets, do they want it? You know, like, are they going to profit more up or down? Are the big wallets out or in? If they're in, probably slow road. What about 𝐂𝐴? Oh, dude. I think 𝐂𝐴 has a very bearish future ahead of it. No one paid anything for them. That means that every coin that's unlocked is in profit. You sell it for profit. That's what people are gonna do. It rejected so hard from 160. Could Pepe go to a 1,000th of a cent or 100th of a cent? Yeah, but a cent, no. Pepe will never in your lifetime trade to a cent. In my lifetime. Game theory for Bitcoin happening faster than expected? Yeah, it is, but the chart isn't. Chart's not happening faster. All right, Pepe. The peeper. Make it go up, Chewy? I can't. My pump powers only work sometimes. I will give Pepe this. I will give Pepe this. It is one of the few altcoins that is actually above its 200-day moving average. It's one of the few. This actually stands out to me. Remember, if you were watching this channel or watching the stream the last few weeks, we literally shorted Sol because it was on its way back to its 200-day. We called that it was going back to its 200-day. We called for the short there. There it is. Even Sol below its 200-day. Pepe above its 200-day. It's interesting. This could be showing relative strength. Not that many other charts are above their 200-day. United Health. Certainly not above its 200-day. Coin. Oh, look. The Coinbase FUD. We were streaming and I said, I bet we see this just get bought right back up. There it is. Looking to close the week at highs after the hack. Bum, bum, bum. God, NASDAQ. NASDAQ definitely looking for some more pump. Jeeps. Dude, this mix does slap. Shout out to DJ 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍. Fart coin. When you're next to me. Make sure you guys have liked and subscribed. Check out the links in the video description below. Go to joincrowncrypto.com. We got another exclusive live stream in there coming up tonight. What's up, Raw Doggin? Nice music. Thank you, man. It's Friday. We're popping. Crypto Poyo with the gifted memberships. Appreciate you, my friend. FUD doesn't slow down Bitcoin, dude. The FUD isn't doing shit. But the problem is neither is good news. When the market's bullish, usually like bad news, market goes up. Good news, market goes up. When it's bearish, bad news, market goes down. Good news, market goes down. Seems like the market is just very sideways. Good news not doing shit. Bad news not doing shit. God bless 𝐷 Oh God, dude. Wanted. I have a bag of 𝐷 somewhere that is worth nothing. Just worth fucking nothing, bro. Where is it even traded anymore? Just CoinEx, an exchange I've never used. And since it's been listed there, 98.3%. Hey, you know what? This is the first higher low 𝐷 has put in. Maybe ever. God, dude, my average on 𝐷 I think is like 30 cents. Oh, it's so bad. I'm so effed. Maybe it's worse than that. Coinbase has a chance to be in the S&P 500. It is in the S&P 500. Wasn't it just added this week? Thoughts on 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐿 SD? No one ever talks about Tron or Monero. Dude, yeah, they're sleepers AF. Very bullish on both. Very bullish on both Tron and Monero. We're the only ones talking about Tron. This chat, we're the only, I mean, us and Justin Sun. Only one talking about Tron forever. Hit all-time high back in November. This chart's so bullish. It's so bullish. My lord. My lord. Monero too. Yeah, so many charts. Monero too, man. What's interesting is they're kind of similar looking charts. Long histories. Just one giant flag. All these years, all the way back 2014. One giant flag for Monero. Tron back to 2018. One giant flag for Tron. If you had bought Tron in 2019, you're all in on it, your portfolio would have done so well. Would have done so fucking well. You still look very bullish too? Well, that's kind of a different scenario. A little bit different of a scenario. One, the centralized shitcoin that got rugged. Two, it didn't have anywhere near the history. Like this is not the same thing. This goes back to 2020, not the same chart. And this, honestly, this doesn't look bullish. To me, this is not like what I'd look for like a bullish chart. This is an overextended chart. I wouldn't have shorted any of this. Wouldn't have been like shorted, it's bearish. But this is overextended, inefficient. This chart, nowhere near the same levels as what, almost 10 years of flagging higher lows. Very different. Very different. Ape. Rob talked about Tron last week. Interesting. Well, yeah, that's one reason that I like watch Tron is I use TRC20 more than any other chain. I use Tron chain more than like anything to send USDT. I haven't looked at Ape in a long time. What's Abe doing? Is it above $1? If it's below $1, rug. Just like NFTs. This is just rug. You probably get $1 on this. Probably get a test of $1. Man, this shit couldn't even rally at the end of last year. It couldn't even fucking rally. Rug. BT, John? What is that? BNB is a sleeper. BNB is on TRX's level of sleeper. Midwest picker. Bitcoin search at 6-month low. It's interesting. We see it here, man. I don't even need to go to Google Trends. We see it here. What's also interesting though is YouTube traffic, but not crypto, but YouTube traffic. Google traffic has been dropping consistently. It's being picked up by ChatGPT. It's kind of wild. Let me see. I'll show you guys some analytics this Friday. Let's vibe. Weekly. Wait. Analytics. Content. All. Subscribers, returning viewers, new viewers. We'll do new viewers. Here we go. Weekly. Custom. Let's do 2020. Do 2021. January 1st, 2021 to today. Can we see that far? Okay. Live stream. This is worse than I thought. Okay, so it's only going to show me back to 2023, which is super annoying. I think I have to export it to see more. Here you go. Here you go. Here are unique viewers, unique new viewers of live streams on this channel. It only goes back to 2023. So we don't have like tons and tons of data. But here you go, man. This is a weekly count, and look at these highs. Just never return to like June of 23's high. 55,000 new live stream viewers, and our channel was significantly smaller at that point. You know, we had less than 100,000 subscribers. Boom. I don't even know a date. It's not showing me the data. It's not showing me. That's weird. Why did it do this point? Weird. We can see it, man. Look, these are new viewers weekly. If we go to daily, but it looks weird because live streams, if you don't live stream, there's no data, so it just spikes up and down. So it looks weird. Harder to digest. Monthly, you can see it, dude. It's just a decline. March of this year, about 50K. October, 52K. Retail is not here. I don't know if we can see 2021. That was popping. Retail's not here. We see in the analytics, see in Google Trends. They're sleeping. Someday. Views are bull. Not new views. Well, for the whole channel, yes. But that's because our channel now is mostly video views and subscribers, while the lull is happening in this market. If you haven't checked out our playlist on this channel, our free trading course, you should. Retail's broke, that's true. Very. Monero is often associated with supported by individuals in the hacking community. I'm not in the hacking community, and I love Monero. I don't even have a hat. White hat, black hat. Global M2 supply, the Bitcoin chart. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but so one of my objections to this is global M2 is kind of tricky. There's a lot of indicators here, but guys, people just made these indicators. Like, doesn't mean they're accurate. You don't know where they're pulling the data. You don't know when it's updated. You don't, what they consider global, etc. Let's just use the one with the most views or the most use. You want to overlay it? Just drag it up. There you go. There it is. Here's the problem. I don't know the sources, obviously I said that. But I assume they use the Fed, but here's an issue. The US, obviously the biggest M2 supply, but the Fed doesn't update this number in real time. So the last data point is being used for this giant portion of M2 is just a flat line since the last data point, with all these other smaller M2s moving up and down. So that's giving you the bounces. But this data is always lagging. It's always behind. For like right here, I think they have an April number. They have an April number or just a March number. I think it's actually just a March number. How do I reset this? March. They don't have April out. So it's May. We don't have an April number. We don't have a May number. And so the M2 obviously isn't somehow getting that data before the Fed's giving it out. So all the way back to the end of March, this whole time, all of this data is going to change in the future. We can see that March it broke all-time high. It had been for the first time M2 in a lull. And maybe the existence of M2. Right? This is M2. This is from the Fed. Boom. It broke all-time high. So it's logical to say that it's probably at a higher number in April and a higher number in May. True. But we don't have that. And so just right there, it's flawed. It's fundamentally flawed a little bit. I'd argue that it's even more logical that it's higher because M2 has never seen what it saw over the last few years, all the way back to 1960. This was the first time we had ever seen the US M2 move down like this. It might be due to M1 changing, but I thought M1 got smaller. I don't know. So I don't love it. I don't love M2 for these reasons. Is it useless? No. I just am cautious of kind of heavily relying on it or kind of looking for exact correlations or things like that, right? I think the US broke all-time high in M2 for the first time in a few years. On its last data point, it's likely higher. And so that's like the only thing I would take from it. Is that M2 is at all-time high and it's should push markets up. Should. Why is US dollar pumping? Is the US dollar pumping? Was that like 102? 101? 101? I wouldn't say that's pumping. That doesn't look good. This looks like a dead cat bounce. Look at these other bounces. The dollar is just retracing. It fell so hard. Anything hitting the ground fast enough, hard enough, it'll bounce. 90% portfolio plays only 𝐒𝐻 Bob. Good luck, bro. Good luck. You won't be here with us long. Longer retail waits, the more priced out they'll be. I agree. I think the longer the bull market will last too. Muddy Oaks minus 105. You believe Bitcoin leads the global M2? I don't know enough. I haven't studied that enough to make like a definitive statement for you guys. Like you look at global M2 on the 5 minute, you know what I mean? And it's like, it just seems so silly to use this on, especially on low time frames. It seems silly. Give money. Fawn back. Does that ever work? Hype, buy, or sell? I would hype. Just general hype. All right, guys. We have another stream coming up in the Crown Crypto private group. You can get a free trial. Just head to joincrowncrypto.com. You'll get a free week trial. You can join us tonight, this evening. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Join the Discord. Sign up at BYDFI or Femex. 2 of our exchange partners, no KYC, in the links below. Help support the channel. Get a solid exchange. I can help you if you have issues there. And then we will be live again Monday at the latest. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hope to see you all later. Party tonight, that's right. Jess will be there. Hopefully Jess will be there. When's the bear market start? January 2026. All right, family. I love